you enjoy farming armor and selling it? Well, the SCV is perfect for this. This thing is amazing for farming a lot of armor, since you can put a store or box on top of it and basically go to cargo centers. So today I'm going to show you how I am going to be doing this so that we can see how much armor we can put into this little box here. So let me head over to a distribution center. It won't give me a crime stat. This thing is a pretty tight fit on the cutlass, so you need to be quite precise with it. Need to maneuver it here and there. But we managed to get it in. The only thing is we eventually need to get it out as well, right? But for now, I think it's good enough. We'll figure it out once we stop at the distribution center. Turn off the engines and let's quickly head over. The distribution center that I'm going to head to is over on Hurston, Dupree. This one is illegal, so we won't get a crime stat for killing the NPCs. Plus we can loot their armor. This distribution center will have turrets that will shoot at you. So in this case, I'm just going to land outside of it. But first I need to find a spot. I'm thinking maybe I just land right here. I'm hoping the turrets can't shoot me. You can see they're just in front of me. But there's also one on my right. So really hoping that one doesn't really get me. We'll see. If that turret on my right can shoot me, then we're basically stuck here. I'll probably get another ship and just come pick up my little Argo here. But I'm gonna quickly head over and see if we can reach the distribution center. It might be quite a bit of a drive. I think we're about 10 k's out, thereabout. We managed to get out of the ship safely. Now we can go farm. I don't think they gave this thing the fastest engine. You can see not that fast. It sounds kind of slow as well. Look how rocky it is here. Super difficult to drive. You would think they would clean it up a little bit here for vehicles to actually reach the distribution center in a good, timely manner. But you can see there's the turrets that will shoot your ship. But we'll make our way over. We finally made it over here. You can see there's a couple of ships that just landed here. I would try it, but I already blew up once. So wasn't going to try it fully. But you can definitely land right here if you have a bigger ship. Maybe this thing even got destroyed. It kind of looks a little bit damaged. But for now, let's go farm our armor first. You can see I'm just going to drive up here. You can farm NPCs here as well. If we need them, we probably will. But for now, I'm just going to farm inside the distribution center. Maybe they come over and head outside. I can farm them. Just gonna park my little vehicle right here and start blasting. Just make sure I'm safe before I get out. Okay, I can get out here. We do get a little bit of shields with this vehicle, so not the worst if they shoot at us, but not all the time, right? We need to be cautious. Let's see if we can find some NPCs here. Okay, I haven't spotted any yet. Let's head inside. Maybe they already spawned here. Seems like somebody killed them. Didn't loot them yet. There's a couple here. There might even be a player here. Who knows? Let me just walk around a little bit and see. Otherwise, I'll just loot these bodies. Even though I didn't murder them completely. Might even take these guns. Just see. Okay, the guns are still here. So we might loot that. And a couple of other things. We do not have a common ray active at the moment, so we need to be very careful. If we see a player, we might have to put them down. There's a player. Seems like they're leaving. So one thing I still want to test, now that the player have left, he went there somewhere, hopefully he doesn't come back, is can we fit a whole armor into our backpack, since we've got quite a big one. I just want to test it and see. I'm just going to open up the inventory here. Now there's quite a couple of things in my backpack already, so it might not be the best test. Let's just see if I can loot everything. So the feet I cannot put into my backpack, but it might just be because I have this equipped. Let me just equip that and see. Okay, so I can put all the armor in. I do not see the weapon, which is the most important part here. Here's the weapon. Just see if I can drag it in as well. So the weapon is definitely a little bit too much. I might empty my pockets here and there. And just see if I empty that. So I still can't fit the weapon. But we might be able to put it on our backpack. while our gun is out. So we can loot almost one unit here if we put it on our backpack. So we do not have to basically undress ourselves to loot everything. This is a very good little information that we found out. Let me go see if I can store it in the box. Just gonna open here and let's see. Can be stored. So we can open our box from here. Now I guess we can just shift click. Now some of these things won't be able to sell, right? Some of these things are colored differently, so we won't be able to sell them. But still very useful. I think I'm just gonna leave my max lift in the box as well, so that I have space for the guns. But since he already killed all the NPCs for us, I can just drive in my little vehicle and then loot the rest. I'm just gonna conveniently park it right here and then loot the rest of the NPCs. Might take a couple of trips, right? But I'm gonna start at the back here and work my way up. I'm gonna loot all the guns and all the ammo. You can definitely move all from your backpack, so it makes it a little bit easier. So having a big backpack is a must, especially when you want to loot things here and there. But lucky for us, these bodies haven't despawned yet. Now I used to use this little storage box right beneath here to basically throw in all my gear and then loot an undersuit of an NPC to completely move everything. But since the backpack changes, it's not really necessary. Now I think that's most of the NPCs that we can loot here. Now all that we need to do is loot the weapons inside here as well. Only going to loot the assault rifles and not the pistols. For this, I'm just going to equip each weapon. Makes it a little bit easier. Then just drag everything into my backpack. It's only 4 per rack, so not too tedious. It's a little bit tedious, right? But not completely insane. If it was 100, it would be crazy. It seems like we're still okay. There is a player around here driving in a little buggy thingy, which can fire at my car. So I'm just looking out for it. I managed to put all the weapons in my backpack. That's about 8 weapons. Pretty decent, about 1,000 something for each weapon. So not too bad. Let me just transfer everything again while trying not to get killed here. I need to constantly watch my back since the camera is down. So if we fight, nobody will get a crime stat, right? It's basically for free. But I can move everything here. Let me just see, is there still NPCs up here? So it seems like there's still bodies here as well. I do not want to leave my car unattended for too long, since the player is around here. They might try to steal my little box. You can see there's a lot of dead bodies here as well. So obviously I'm gonna loot it. It's a little bit boring. I wish the NPCs were alive and I could have just killed them. I really enjoy basically making a little bit of montages here and there. But you can see this little gun is fully kitted out when it lays on the ground. I'm just gonna drag all the guns into my backpack first and then I'll probably loot the NPCs. Since it seems like there's more guns than NPCs at the moment. Seems like this one was a player. It has a tractor beam and a couple of different med pens. That was a dead player. Managed to pick up all the guns. The guns are the most important thing about looting, since they give you the most value. But now for the armor. Here is the player, I believe. Got quite a couple of things. A tractor beam, quite a few tractor beams. Hopefully we can loot all of his gear. We've got most of it. Also, an undersuit that's quite special, but I don't really care for it. Our box is about 48% full at the moment. I'm gonna walk just a little bit forward here to see if all the NPCs are still dead, so that we can make sure we're decent. I missed one NPC here. I'm gonna loot this as well. We can move forward. Just have a look-see. We're decent. So all of these NPCs are laying on the ground. Just check here as well. This is the other area. Also NPCs on the ground. And then on the other side, let's just check here as well. You never know, right? Seems like here's one NPC. Got him. It's nothing too crazy. Let me go find my little vehicle and just move it up. I'm still hearing the other guy drive around in his vehicle. I think he's doing about the same as me, but I'm not quite sure. Well, my box is 51% full, but it seems like my inventory is starting to bug out completely here. Having trouble moving things. The weapons just moved, but it took forever. Let me just go see if I can loot more armor. I think the server is going to DC. So we did get an error message here. Hopefully our vehicle stays. The server recovered. I can hear a couple of NPCs shooting at my vehicle, I believe. See if I can murder them. Well, at least it's free armor. We're already at 50%, so this might probably fill us up. This depends on how many NPCs we get at the moment. It's actually a little bit of a blessing, since the other guy probably looted the other side. This might help us fill up on our box here. So that's always the worst thing when it's server DCs. Oh, just get this guy here. There we go. Does seem like my inventory is completely busted now that we basically disconnected. So let me just see if I can fix a little bit of it by dragging my backpack into the storage unit here. I'm gonna open up my storage here at the back of the vehicle. It's not spawning, so we might have to call this quits and just see how much we can make with 50%. Probably not ideal, right? Definitely not. But at least we can multiply by 2 and then see how much we would have earned. Unfortunately, I do know my box is 50% full, so I guess I'm just gonna drive out and then we'll go to the ship. I probably will be shooting at this, but we've got a little bit of shields here and there. Not the worst thing in the world, but hope we survive. Let me see if I can get back to the cutlass. First I need to make my way out of here. I'm just gonna take a quick left before they completely destroy my ship. I can still see my cutlass there in the distance, but because my inventory is broken, we can't really loot anymore. I think we can still sell from our box. My PC just crashed, but I'm back. It's about 40 Celsius here, so very hot in South Africa at the moment. So my PC overheated just a little bit here and there, but let's see if we can make it back to our cutlass over these rocky bits. He's definitely having a very difficult time climbing these hilltops just because I parked on a mountain. Probably not the best idea, but I wanted to be safe. We're almost there, 400 meters out, there about, almost 500. The little rocks keeps catching me out, so it takes a little while to maneuver. This has definitely been one of the more difficult videos to make, just because of all the crashes and mostly the heat as well. I am in a little room with no window, so not the best if you're recording in the middle of summer. So I just want to get to my ship, unload and sell to see how much we can make, and then go have a cool drink. My cutlass is definitely still here. It seems like everything is working fine. We'll see in a minute since it's been through a server crash. We just reverse this bad boy onto the ship, and then we'll be off to Everest Harbor to go sell. Definitely need to be very patient when you're driving this thing on. It's so fat in the back that you need to take your time with it. But we managed to make it back to our cutlass. Our first victory. Now we just need to make sure that we don't get completely dumped by the turrets. Just need to reverse out. I did crash, so maybe my inventory fixed itself. Let me just quickly take a look at this box. So you can see 51% complete. Plus we've got some armor here that we looted from a poor NPC that I can transfer for now. But we're definitely going to sell everything and just multiply by 2. Unfortunately, my inventory stopped working there. I could have probably Alt F4'd, and when I got back, it would have fixed it. But very risky, right? But I'm going to be off to Everest Harbor to see how much we can make with our little box here. I probably will instant sell just because it's so warm. There's no way. We're also getting a hangar queue, so I need to wait a little bit longer. All landed. Then we unload the ship. Before we can do anything, we need to drive this thing out and then unload the box. Otherwise, it's a little bit difficult to do, right? And let me just drive here and then we'll unload the box as well. Let's get out, then pick up the box. Hopefully we can get it off. Just see here. Okay, we got it. Finally, holy. We had to struggle with this thing. Like stealing candy from a baby. Those fingers won't release. But now we can send that box down. Here's our little box. I'm just going to double click it. Here you can see everything in here. Now, not all of it will sell. I think the bait pens won't and a couple other things. But we'll just instant sell everything. We're just going to go to the cargo center here. You just take the elevators, right? And then choose cargo center. You're going to go to cargo services here. And then make our way over to this terminal to instantly sell. Just use. So sell. Now we need to select our box. Do not quick sell, press sell. Everything finally popped up. Now you can see we make 92,000. So we need to multiply it by 2, right? So technically we made 200,000 for looting one box. Now you can make a lot more if you sell individually, but I'm not going to do this. So let's press sell and there we go. Now this took me about an hour for half a box. Remember, there was a lot of server crashes I had to drive in and a couple of other things. But a big thank you to my YouTube memberships and hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video.